Tonight the Stars Revolt by Gardner F. Fox, originally published in Planet Stories, March 1952. Read by John Gill. Part 14. Angus slid down from the rock with his heart in his mouth. The canteen flew out into the air, he thought. It went high, and as it came down it disappeared. There was something just ahead of him. Perhaps a force field hidden in the shifting and eddying mists rising from the desert lands. If he could find the canteen and discover what made it invisible. Angus was weak. His knees crumpled as he tried to take a forward step. He summoned the muscles and the nerves of his big, gaunt body. He went forward one step, then two, and at the third step he fell. He put out his hands. They parted the gray mist in front of him, but did not break his fall. His naked knees hit rounded stone, and then his palms went out and touched the worn pavings of the city street. "Gods!" the pirate whispered, lifting his head, blue eyes burning like coals in his tanned face. The gray mist shifted, fading. From their wisps, as though like the flesh of a naked woman revealed by smoky veils, shone queerly rounded and smoothly curved walls of armathine and ochre, red and jonquil yellow. Here and there a dome of pearly champagne stood tipped with a knob of vermilion. The houses on the edge of the city were low, seeming to rise higher and higher towards the center, where a tall, slender building reared its spire. Red Angus drew a deep breath. Running his hands down the rigid muscles of his thighs, he turned and stared behind him where the hot sands ought to be. He saw only a gray mist, shifting and shimmering. Angus went down the street, past empty windowed buildings, across bare intersections, his footfalls loud in the stillness of the dead city. He walked until the entrance to the central tower was in front of him. Crested with heraldic devices, Red Angus recognized the flame-eyed stallion of forgotten Shalar, and the rampant dragons of Domir. The wide door was a glistening mass of emeralds embedded in carvings so delicate that they seemed sheared from paper. The doors opened at a touch, revealing red and yellow squares of metal stretching forward beneath a glittering dome of translucent jade. In the center of the hall stood a low metal rim about a bubble of grayish-green iridescence. He went towards the rim, bent over and stared down. "One of the black pools," whispered Angus. Through the luminescent bubbles he could see only blackness, a jet nothingness that seemed alive. The end. Thank you for listening.